Hi, this is my PowerPoint for classroom management. My philosophical beliefs are Leah Marlene Cantor for assertive discipline. I like this because it provides reasons for rules and avoids using threats and punishment to control students. I'd rather have a classroom where I used control good behavior. And I also like that the teacher doesn't rule the classroom. I like to have the students be involved. I also like B.F. Skinner's discipline through shaping desired behavior because I like the positive reinforcement and giving students back feedback, positive feedback all the time, not necessarily looking at their negative. I also like Fred Jones' positive classroom discipline, like nonverbal communication by facial expressions, gestures, eye contact, and physical proximity to help maintain behavior. I also like Marvin Marshall's discipline through raising responsibility. I like this because it makes the students reflect on the choices that they make and helping students conduct themselves in a positive and responsible manner. My classroom rules. I would have the students help me come up with my classroom rules because I feel like the more they are engaged with coming up with rules, the more they are going to follow them and the more that they will be implemented into the classroom. Make sure the rules are always positive. Don't say we don't hit. Make it keep your hands to yourself. Respect others. I want my rules hung up in the front of the classroom and make sure we go through them very hard, on the first couple weeks of school, so the students know what the rules are. Make sure they're equal for all students. Don't let some students get away with other stuff or make the punishment or the rules harder for others. And then I would also go through the expectations that I want them to follow. So expecting them that they need to hand in their homework on time, or when the right time is to sharpen a pencil, things like that. I will have rewards and incentives in my classroom because I find that a very positive thing if used in the right manner. I want them not just to be on each individual student, but also on the class as a whole. Um, I want them to be recognized, so praise good behavior. Privileges, I would use being the teacher's helper for the day, extra iPad or computer time. And the whole class, I would use the 15 minutes of free time, playing games, having a dress up day that we all come up with. Um, um, and then for recognition, have makeup certificates that the kids can bring home. And otherwise, I would also make a positive phone call home. Our daily routines, I will want to make sure our daily routines are posted in the front of the classroom as well. And also maybe having the time next to them so the students start to learn the positions of the clock. I will also discuss what the routine will be for each day because some days it's going to be different. But I would like to keep the same routine on a similar to day-to-day basis because some students really need that order in their life, and to keep changing their routine every day is just gonna get confusing. Handling misbehavior. I would handle misbehavior by making sure I always stay calm. Don't show the kids that I'm irritated. Don't show them that I'm frustrated. I'll always praise in public and punish privately. So never let other students know that another child is being punished because then that child may feel scared or intimidated that all the other peers are seeing them be punished. And praise in public. Making praise in public will have the other kids be like, oh, I want that to happen to me. If I do something good, then I will get that praise from the teacher. The first thing that I would do is give them the look, know that I can see that they're misbehaving and I would like them to stop. Next, I use a signal like shaking my head or my finger to my lips. I saw a sign that we can come up with as a class Then proximity, going up to the student, standing by them for 30 seconds or so. The next thing I'll do is give them a reminder that they need to make sure they're being on task, and same with redirection, like put their focus back on the work that they're doing. Then I'll do the meeting with the student in another room so that all the other students don't see what's going on. Talk to them about the behavior, see what we can do to fix it, see if there's something that we can figure out that will not have that behavior anymore. Next thing I'll do is a phone call to parents. Just let them know what behavior you're having, anything at home that could help. And if that doesn't work, have an actual conference with the parents and maybe the student as well to see if we can come up with an plan that can help with that behavior. Communication with parents. I've definitely had an open house at the beginning of the year to get to know the parents and the families and backgrounds and stuff to help get that interaction with them, have a positive relationship with them, so I know I can always count on them and they can count on me. I will have a letter sometime each week discussing what we are doing in class, just letting the parents know. Say we're learning about rocks and science. Maybe they can take their kid outside a little more and look at the different kind of rocks, just to give them that basis. Also have plenty of meeting times for parents to come in. I want it to be very open. I want them to have good communication with me. Never be afraid, or can I come in? Should I not come in? Always just have that open door for whenever they need to come see me. I would also like to get the teacher and gradebook app to help let parents and guardians see their students' grade, and they can also message me. They can see the calendar for upcoming events, and I would also like to make sure that I tell positive situations that the child does and not just always calling about the negative, because then as soon as they see that number pop on their phone, they're going to know that their child did something wrong. But I don't want it to be like that. I want to be able to, oh, she did this today. Go home, get praise from the parents as well. Power of words. I found this article really true. Like what we say can affect students' sense of identity. So if we really put them down, that's going to affect them their whole life. Like what you say, it really impacts them. It also can help students understand how they work and play. Like what are the things that they do. And it can also influence our relationship with students, either negative or positive. Like you can build a really, really close relationship with them by communicating in their own language, and also negatively, like again, bringing them down. And then what I took out from that, the biggest thing that stood out to me was what we say can also convey faith in students' abilities and intentions to do well, and they are more likely to live up to the expectations that we have set. So if we believe that students can do something, they will then believe it too. They will then put more effort into getting their stuff done. And they're more likely to meet the expectations that we have set, like get their homework in on time, get their readings done, different things that we have set. How would I make my classroom inclusive? I would have a large table for large groups to go, say if they have a group project or want to work together, they can go meet at that table. It can be used, like if there's a big art project that needs to be done, they can spread it out there. I'd also like to incorporate technology into my classroom as much as I can, not necessarily every day, making sure we do something, but if there's like a cool app that I can introduce to students, I will help them. I would like to use that, and I'll also use manipulatives to give students a more hands-on learning approach, and also use other teaching strategies, because not every student learns the same. And I would also like to incorporate students' culture and interests into lessons. Really hitting what they like to do will make them want to learn even more. Instead of picking topics that they can't really relate to, making sure that they can relate to it, they can go outside and do an activity with it, they can go home and be excited about it. And then those are my assessments. Thank you.